What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 16. Want to tell you guys to make sure you check out my Shein Fashion Nova try on video. And also, I have a living room, dining room makeover video that is up as well if you want some decorating tips. Shein has some fabulous homeware that you need to check out. Make sure you watch those videos. I also have coming up formal dress video. If you have a child that's going to prom, if you have a wedding that you're going to, if you have a wedding that you're going to be in, if you're looking for bridesmaids dresses, if you're looking for your wedding gown, I got you, bitch. I got you. I'm going to show you how you can pull off glamorous looks for less. So be on the lookout for that video coming up. And I also have a luxury bag and shoe video coming up. I bought a lot of great goodies that I want to show you guys. I really want to start incorporating more of that stuff into my channel, more makeup tutorials and things of that nature. I got y'all. I got you. We got each other coming up. All right, now let's get into tonight's review. It's a hell of an episode. So the girls are on the bus heading to meet Drew for this surprise. They don't know where they're going. On the bus ride there, Porsha says to Marlo that she tired from their conversation. She barely can talk. And the girls looking like, what kind of conversation y'all had that you damn near tired over it. So Drew surprises them with Big Frida. Big Frida comes out and they're going to cook with her, which is so dope. I love Big Frida. I loved her show on Fuse. So after they get done cooking and everything, Portia leaves the kitchen and Candy asks Marlo about the long conversation with Portia. Marlo was like, we both feel like the other is acting funny. She feels I need to take baby steps. And Kenya was like, with who? Marlo was like, you. She's so upset about South Carolina. I asked her, did you sleep with Bolo? And she said no. So Kenya, I'm telling you, she said no. Kenya was like, that's a lie. And we all know it is a lie. Point blank at the period. Um, Now, mind you, Kenya wasn't the one that was questioning Marlo about this because they motherfuckers love to act like Kenya the messy one. Candy was the one that asked her what was the conversation with Portia about. What was this long conversation? It was not Kenya. It was not Kenya. So Kenya was like, we already know it was. I'm not the only one. Who knows? Marlo then says to Candy, do you know if Portia screwed Bolo? Candy says, I'm not going to speak on that. And we know the reason why Candy isn't going to speak on it because she has a business relationship with Bolo. He was on her tour. He's a employee of hers. So that's why she's not going to out him because she doesn't want him to have that stigma of being a stripper that fucks his clients. And that's the reason why he got out there and denied the shit. Who's gonna be like, yeah, I fucked two bitches while I came to do work? That's prostitute shit. That's hoe shit. So of course he wasn't gonna admit it. It cracked me up when a lot of you was like, he got online and said he didn't do it. Of course he gonna say he didn't do it. The fuck? Duh. Um, so I can understand why Candy is trying to stay out of it because like I said, she has a stake in it as far as Bolo is concerned. But she's also kind of to me leaving Kenya out there to dry because Kenya's the only one that's telling it like it is. And it wouldn't be a thing if everybody would just say, yeah, she fucked him. And if Portia would just say, yeah, I fucked him, I'm single and. That's why this thing has gotten blown out of goddamn proportions because nobody will admit what the fuck happened. And we're on a reality show. This is what we're here for. Like the fuck. So King was like, I'm not gonna be made a villain because I spoke the truth. If other people don't want to speak the truth about what they saw her, then that's on them. And she was referring to Candy and she's referring to Marlo. Marlo looks at Candy like she talking about you. Marlo in her confession was like, you not even coming to your friend Marlo and saying, girl, I fucked the stripper. You know I'm gonna ride for you too, but you lying, not being honest. The shit making you look guilty. This is what she's saying about Portia. So the girls sit to eat with Frida. It gets quiet at a moment. Marlo then comes out of nowhere with Frida, I have a question for you. You're friends with someone you love. Then someone you've had the rockiest time with, you didn't like, comes and tells you something about that friend. You ask the friend if it's true, and she says no. How do you run with that when you love where you're at with the person you hated? Just messy. I was like, why is this woman bringing this up to this man? He don't got no stake in this. He don't know what the fuck is going on. So Frida was like, I will walk away from it. Marlo was like, so just leave it alone, right? And they leave me out of it and treat me the way they've been treating me because it's like I'm stuck in the middle. Portia in her confession was like, I thought we were done with this. I thought it was over. We had the conversation earlier. And from Portia's perspective, I understood where she was coming from because they supposed to have squashed it. They were on the same playing field at this point. So why is Marlo bringing it up? So from her perspective, I understood where she was coming from, but I also understand Marlo's perspective on everybody keep on asking me questions about this shit. Portia over here putting me in the corner like I'm baby, baby putting baby in the corner, acting like she don't want me to be friends with Kenya. She's so paranoid and this, that, and the third. So she is in the middle. So Marlo was like, I don't want to lose either one of their friendships. I love the friendship I have with both. One of them is new, but it feels good compared to where we were. Frida was like, do you think it's a real friend if you can't stand this person for such a long time? Portia and Shamia look at each other like, bitch, like, he's speaking a word. So Marlo was like, honestly, what I'm going to tell you is so calculated how this person came around right when they were trying to come hurt me. I didn't understand what she was meaning by that. Marlo tongue tied and don't. I didn't understand it. Portia was like, wait a minute, you talking about me? We just talked about this. Let's circle back to what Marlo said. She said it's so calculated how this person came around right when they were trying to come hurt me. It sounded like she was talking about Kenya being calculated when Portia was trying to hurt her. But Kenya didn't ask for your friendship. You asked for her. That's why I didn't understand that statement. So they go back and forth. Not Kenya, Marlo and Portia. Candy then busts in and says, this situation we talking about ain't got nothing to do with you. She says it's to Marlo. And I'm like, Candy, shut the fuck up because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It actually does have something to do with her because Portia brought her into it. Kenya was not the one that felt some type of way about Marlo and Portia being friends and wanted to make her choose sides, this, that, and the third. Portia did that. So she did put her in the middle and made her feel like, she couldn't be friends with both women, and Portia started acting funny towards her, this, that, and the third. But Candy doesn't know this, so Candy needs to shut the fuck up. But Portia is the one that put Marlo in the middle. So Marlo was like, Portia, I love you to death. She would never be able to have me cross you. Shamia says, it kind of feels like you already are. Shamia, you shut your ass up too. Shut up. Shut up. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. You always caping for this bitch, and she can give a fuck about you. So Marlo was like, King, I love where we're at. And King was like, if you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth. Marlo says, she told me it didn't happen. King says, but why are you dragging Frida into this? Frida's sitting there eating her food like, child, I'm just here for the check. You already know. So Marla says to Portia, she says she's telling the truth. So are you going to address her? Portia says, I no longer have anything to say. I no longer have anything to say. And Portia doesn't want to address it because Portia knows what she did and she don't want Dennis to find out. That's the reason why she is not owning up to the fact that she fucked Bolo, because she don't want Dennis to be like, see, you out here doing the same shit that I was doing. We was trying to work on this, that, and the third, and you out here fucking other niggas. That's the only reason why she don't want to tell the truth. So Marlo says both of y'all have me in an uncomfortable position. I don't agree with that. I don't feel like Kenya has her in an uncomfortable position. I feel like Portia put her in an uncomfortable position, and that wasn't fair for Marlo to put that off on Kenya. So Portia was like, nobody has brought you into anything. Marlo says both of you motherfuckers have talked about me to the other. Portia was like, I'm not a motherfucker. Marlo was like, you are. Address each other and stop running around these flowers. Now, in this case, this is just my opinion of how I feel. I feel like Kenya has been addressing the situation. She hasn't been running around. She has outright accused her of fucking Bolo, and Portia has skirted around the conversation. Um, so Portia was like, you need to calm down. Marlo was like, um, I'm gonna do a you, and I'm gonna do a you. She says it's a Porsha and Ken. Good night with y'all fake asses. And she switched up out of there. I hollered. Shamia was like, I don't understand why she's so emotional about something that ain't got nothing to do with her. Shut up, Shamia. Your funny looking ass. Oh, Beetle Bailey looking ass. So Marlo, the reason why Marlo is so upset is because Marlo knows Portia's lying. And she looking at like, this bitch lying to my face about this shit. So if you can lie to my face about something like this, what else is you lying to me about? Marlo, remember, she said she heard noises coming from the room. Marlo knows what happened that night. Candy knows, and Kenya knows. So personally, me, would I be offended if she was lying to my face about it? I wouldn't personally be like, I can't believe she lied to me. I would just look at her like, okay, I know this bitch be lying about certain shit. I know now I can't trust her with certain things, and I can't trust her to be honest with me. I'll just be side eyeing her from now on. But this, remember, we are on a reality show, so we gotta add 10 on 20 to make it a bigger thing. So Marlo then comes back because she went the wrong way. Imagine storming out of the room and then didn't even go the right way. You got to come back. You look dumb as hell. So she called him some more fake asses, and Drew tries to stop her from leaving. Marlo says it's uncomfortable because I fuck with Porsha. Portia's like, you don't fuck with me. You don't fuck with me. Marlo was like, you don't fuck with yourself. That shit was funny. So Frida leaves because Frida like, child, I ain't got time for this. You already know. So Kenya, Marlo, Latoya, and Drew are outside. Drew says to Marlo, I will tell you, Porsha is hurt. She is affected about whatever's happening between you guys. Marlo was like, I don't like liars. Once again, Marlo knows the truth and she don't like the fact that Porsha is lying to her about it. So Porsha says to Cynthia, Marlo has another motive. I thought our conversation earlier was about she and I, but it wasn't. Her ultimate goal this whole time was to get a nugget where she can place herself between Ken and I because she wants attention. Like I said to y'all last week, Porsha is the reason why her friendships go down the toilet because A, she don't know how to be a friend to nobody, and she creates drama where there isn't any drama. She is a flip flopper. She goes from here to there to everywhere. She started this between her and Marlo. And I don't believe Marlo tried to put herself in between Kenya and Porsha. She could have very well. I don't think that's what she was trying to do. I think Porsha put her in that predicament. So Drew asked Marlo, would she come back to the table? And she was like, no, I'm leaving. So Marlo and Latoya leave. Kenya goes back in. Drew in her confessional says, I feel like Marlo don't want to lose Kenya friendship so bad that she'll do anything to side with her. Shut up. Shut up with your country ass. Shut up. Shut up. So Drew apologizes to Big Frida for, the dinner going to shit. Cynthia says to Kenya when she walks back in, is everything okay? Kenya was like, Marlo is upset because she feels Porsha and her were friends. Porsha said, don't say my name. Don't say my name. She couldn't think of nothing else to say, but don't say my name. So fucking childish because 5 seconds earlier you was just saying her name when you was talking to Cynthia. Like this makes no sense. I can see if she said something out the way. She was just telling y'all what the fuck happened, and you come talking about don't say my name like we're in the 5th grade. So King was like, I can say your name, Porsha. Don't direct your anger at me, direct it at yourself. She feels like Porsha is being out of line for cussing her out and saying she don't F with her. Porsha's like, she said the same thing to me first. Keep my name out your mouth. Candy was like, at the end of the day, what difference does it make if someone fucked the stripper? It really doesn't matter, especially if you're single. Now, it does matter, however, when it comes to what Drew and what Tanya did. Like I've said 50 million times, I feel like what they did was cheating. Point blank in the period. They cheated, especially Tanya. You're engaged, you're in a relationship, and you have sexual intercourse with another man and another woman. That is cheating. Now, Porsha, she say she's single. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do, but like I said, she don't want her nigga to find out, so he can't hold this shit over her head. King was like, uh, they did, just don't lie about it. Candy said, if they did, what difference does it make? Ken's like, it's not gonna make a difference in my life. Shamia said, so what are we talking about it? Why are we still talking about it? Ken was like, we're talking about it because we're talking about it. Marlo is upset because Porsha is dragging her in it and making her choose. True. Portia says, don't talk about me. Kenya says, if it were me, we will be talking about it till I got dragged all the way home. Facts. Portia said, I don't talk about your personal life. I give zero about you, but you keep my name in your mouth. I will agree with Portia that she has not talked about Kenya's personal life this season on the show. Does that still mean though, if it was Kenya that fucked Bolo, that she wouldn't have went with it and ran with it? Absolutely, she would have. Just like she dragged that shit about Kenya not telling them to bring their kids on the South Carolina trip. She dragged that shit and made everybody be mad at her about that. They do the same shit to each other. Like, the fuck. So, and you know what? Porsha and King should be the best friends. Them hoes is the same bitch. They both got with niggas too soon because they were desperate for a motherfucking man. They both had babies with niggas that they knew wasn't shit because they was desperate to have a motherfucking baby. They both over here putting up with niggas that ain't shit because they too motherfucking insecure to be by them by the goddamn selves. They are the same bitch. They should be the Bobbsey twins. They should be the new motherfucking T and Tamara. They should be the best motherfucking friends. They both petty as fuck. They both messy as fuck. Like the fuck. So where was I at? So Ken was like, "Do you have anything else to say? Why are you lying about fucking Bolo?" Portia says, "Ooh, I fucked Bolo. I fucked the man that made the pig. I fucked everybody." Ken was like, "You fucked three people? I heard it. You had it busted wide open. It was some good dick." Portia was like, "No, uh, women." Portia said something and called her a bitch. Ken was like, "Don't call me a bitch." Portia was like, "Bitch, did that hurt you? Did that hurt your feelings?" King was like, I would have to have respect for you in order for it to hurt. You could tell her though it hurt her feelings and she was mad. She was mad about that. So Candy was like, what would needs to be done to, bring this to an end? There is no ending to this. I also peeped during that argument that Portia was laughing. And it really made me started to think, like, are these hoes even really mad at each other for real, or are they doing this for the cameras? Go back and watch that whole argument scene. Portia had a smile on her face and was laughing like she couldn't keep in character, like she wasn't even really mad. Or it could have just been, she found the whole situation to be funny. She wasn't gonna let this bitch rile her up. But pay attention to that shit. So, Candy has Marlo come to her room to talk because she feels like it's something deeper going on with her. Oh, she Dr. Rude. She thinks she know everything. Marlo says to her, if I wasn't talking to Kenya, I wouldn't be in the middle of this. And that's the truth. Candy says that's not true. Yes, Kenya and Portia have a long history of drama, but that shouldn't affect your friendship. It shouldn't affect their friendship, but it has because Portia put her in the middle. Shut up, Candy. You don't know what the hell you talking about. So Marlo was like, but it did because one is lying and I don't want to be friends with a liar. I know you know exactly what happened, but you're pleading the fifth. Do you feel Portia is a liar? Candy says, in our past history of me dealing with her, yes, I've seen her tell lies before. We've all seen her tell lies before. So the next day is storming. Toya visits Kenya at her room, and Toya says, y'all draining me. And Kenya was like, Portia knows what she did. If she wants to lie about it, she can lie about it. Toya was like, Candy told me she left. And she was like, oh, okay. So Drew goes to Cynthia's room and tells her that Portia left as well. So Toya then tells Kenya that uh and she left Shamia. Kenya starts cracking up laughing and says that girl is so foul. And I would have to agree. How you gonna leave your best friend? Not even tell the bitch you leaving. She just up the left. And Shamia, dumb bubble eyed ass, always sitting up here capping for this girl, caping for her, standing up for her. She just girl, like the gum on the bottom of her shoe. That's how she treats your ass. And she steady play the shit out of Shamia. Like Shamia is a fucking fool. Like that girl don't give a fuck about you. Like you're just another number for her on this show. Somebody else to have on her side. Girl, Shamia is a fool. So Toya tells her that Candy left too, and Kenya was like, I don't like that. Candy is actually my friend. She should have said goodbye. I agree. She could have stopped by Cynthia and Kenya's room and at least said, "Hey y'all, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here because it's about to be a storm and I gotta, be on set or whatever." Marlo and Kenya go to Cynthia's room. Kenya says, "You acted like a crazy person last night calling us out our name to Marlo." Marlo was like, "It was the Patron. I was frustrated because I kept getting questioned in the kitchen about Bolo." And Kenya was like, "So here's where we are. I don't care. It's pulling everybody down with her." And I was like, "Let it the fuck go. Thank you, Jesus." So Shamia in the room with Drew. The lights go out. It's the worst storm in New Orleans that they've had at the end of hurricane seasons. The ladies pack up in the dark. Back in Atlanta, the ladies celebrate Biden winning the presidency in Georgia, becoming a Democratic state. Porsha visits Cynthia to help her with this video. And afterwards they get done, they talk. And Porsha tells her that she had to go because she didn't want to deal with all the drama while they were in New Orleans. Cynthia said it was so embarrassing. Frida was not having it. I didn't even know you and Marlo were having issues. Do you think y'all can get past it? And Portia's like, she ain't my type of bitch. I've seen her be friends with other people and how she treated those friendships, and I still wanted to see better, but she ended up treating me the same. She's for herself. And to be honest with you, Marlo got her ways. I 100% feel like Marlo is for herself, but also Portia needs to look at the man in the mirror. So Candy FaceTime them while they're talking, and the girls are supposed to come that night to her Blaze food tasting. So then they transition to that night, and Candy and Todd arrive at their new restaurant titled Blaze. She could barely walk. The dress was too tight. The shoes was too high, and she was tiptoeing in her Jordans, child. The restaurant, however, looked beautiful. I love the dark, vampy vibes to it. It was very sexy. Drew and Ralph arrived first, and that's all I have to say on that. The staff seems to be on point. They were all ready. All the girls came dressed appropriately and really cute, like cocktail attire dresses. And then here come Drew coming in dressed like she Punky Brewster or like she an extra on Blossom. Like the girl is just so fucking country. She got on a Billie Jean jacket, some fucking leggings from like 2010 where it was see-through in the middle. Like they were so gaudy. Like she got them from what's that store in the mall that sell like the little goth clothes? Not Torrid. Y'all know what store I'm talking about. She looked like she got it from there. She just country as hell. Then she had on a little hat looking like she's six. Blossom. She's so fucking country, bro. And I ain't like what Shamia had on either. Um, so all the ladies arrive, and Portia's uncomfortable when she sees Kenya walk in. Marlo comes in and speaks to everybody, including Portia, and she don't give her no energy because she looking at her like, bitch, how the fuck you gonna come over here trying to speak to me? And last time I saw you, you was cussing me the fuck out. And then the episode goes off. Child, it's just a mess. I'm ready for this season to be over. I hope next season. I really enjoyed Portia and Kenya when they got along. I felt like they were so funny together. That one particular episode when they were in Canada and they were questioning uh old girl with the dime tattoo on her thigh. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They were so funny together. Like, love them together. They could be such a dynamic duo. Like, I just want them to start over from scratch. But I feel like Portia was the one that fucked up things. She should be the one to admit it. That'll never happen. But I'm just tired of this back and forth between Portia and King. We have been doing this for how many years now? It is so old and stale. So that's my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me know what you guys think about tonight's episode. Remember to be respectful in the comment section. You can have your opinions. Don't question mine. This is my motherfucking channel. If you don't like what I say, don't watch. Period. I don't even care if you agree with me or not. This is just a reality show. You can have your opinion. I welcome your opinion. I'm going to like your opinion. That's that. Love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. See you on the next one. Bye.